Everybody, thanks so much for joining me in this live stream. I really do appreciate it. All right, so we need to talk about a serious situation that is happening right here, right now, and how Social Security may be impacted in a pretty big way because of the current government shutdown that we are going through right here, right now. Now, I want to point this out super fast because you've probably been watching the videos or the live streams here on the channel and thinking, but wait, you told us our benefits are not going to be impacted whatsoever. Social Security is not going to be impacted because of the government shutdown. And now you're coming back and saying, get ready, everybody. We're actually going to be impacted. Let me clarify that super fast before I get into the details of this video right here and how Social Security really will be impacted by by the government shutdown if this continues much longer. Okay, so just hang tight with me for a second. So when it comes down to your monthly benefit, correct, the distribution and the arrival, the deposit, whatever it happens to be, of your monthly benefit will not be impacted whatsoever, okay? And you've heard me say that many, many times before over the last several days here in regards to the government shutdown. So when it comes down to that, true, your benefit will not be impacted. You will continue to get paid on time every single month. You're good with that, okay? So I'm not doubling back on you. I'm not flipping. I'm not coming back and saying, just kidding, you know what I mean? So yes, that is still true. Benefits will still arrive as promised for as long as the shutdown takes. It doesn't really matter, okay? However, here's the other important part about this. Okay, we are still in the government shutdown right here, right now. Here's the important part about this. If you watch the live stream from yesterday, I was out in that live stream and said this. With the government shutdown, BLS, Bureau of Labor Statistics, came out very clearly and said, with this shutdown continuing, they will no longer report economic data with the shutdown in place. Okay, why is that important? Well, a couple different reasons why. Number one, tomorrow we will be getting the jobs data. I talked about that yesterday in the live stream. We don't care about that much. Well, I mean, we care about it. Very, very important. I wish we would get the information, but it sounds like we're not going to get that report. That's not the big deal, though. Here is the big deal. On October 15th, if we are still experiencing a government shutdown on October 15th, by the way, quick side note, that is also the day in which annual enrollment for Medicare opens up, okay? If you're on Medicare, you've heard me say this so many times, but now that we're in October right here, right now, you can start calling that phone number and getting your free reviews. They have access to the new 2026 plans, and they will look through your personal situation and find you your best plan, your best options to meet your personal needs, your preferences, whatever it happens to be. Make sure to jot that phone number down, write it down, take a picture, take a screenshot, whatever you got to do. Call them, seriously, like even call them now. They're still open. They're still there. And they're really going to be expanding their hours as of October 15th as well. Again, that's not what this video is about, but I just want to point out October 15th. Yep, that's the date. Annual enrollment opens up for Medicare. Make sure to write that phone number down, give them a call right away, and get your new plan in place and just see what options you have available. Okay, that's October 15th, but guess what? October 15th, we also are going to be getting the announcement of, well, a whole pile of information out of Social Security. The most important, or I should say maybe not even the most important, honestly, the most popular announcement on that day will be the COLA. The COLA raise will be coming out on that day. Maybe or maybe not, okay? Let me explain why this is such a big deal now and how this may be impacting Social Security. What do they use to determine the last data point for the Social Security COLA that goes into effect next year, 2026? What do they need? The third data point, the CPI, the Consumer Price Index number, or more specifically, the CPIW, the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers, which is represented by the inflation data that is supposed to be released by who? Yes, the BLS, Bureau of Labor Statistics, at 8:30 a.m. sharp on, what is that? Is that a Wednesday? Wednesday, October 15th. That's when it's supposed to be released. However, as I just mentioned a couple minutes ago, BLS, Bureau of Labor Statistics, has made it very, very clear. They will not release data in the event of a government shutdown. We're not getting the jobs data tomorrow because BLS is who releases that, and they're not releasing data, okay? So, long story short, if we are still in a government shutdown in, what is that? today, the 15th, today is, yeah. In the next 2 weeks, let's just say that in the next 2 weeks, if we're still in a government shutdown in the next 2 weeks, we will not be getting the COLA announcement on the 15th, as we're supposed to be out of Social Security, because they can't calculate it if they don't have the last data point number 3, which is September's inflation data. You follow what I'm saying here? Exactly, okay? Now, this may be the exact reason why the shutdown is happening right now. Now, last night I had like a 36-minute live stream. The first maybe, I don't know, 10 minutes or so was pretty normal. The last probably 26 minutes, I was going wild on a random rant, going off on all kinds of different things, talking about that this shutdown that we're in right now may be on purpose. And the reason for that is the economic data coming out right now is not that great. Okay, not that great at all. And the whole purpose of the shutdown is that, well, number one, they can eliminate thousands and thousands and thousands of federal job positions. That's number one. Number two, they're not going to release bad economic data. So therefore, like I said last night, we're flying blind. We're flying blind, literally. We don't have any data, so we have no idea what's going on with the economy, right? So this is very, I'm going to say the word that used to be the catchphrase a few years ago, right? Everybody and their brother was saying it. Can you guess what I'm about to say? Let's say it together. Unprecedented times, literally, right? That's literally what we're going through right now. We generally don't see this. In the event of a government shutdown, they don't stop economic data. They usually keep rolling that data out. This would be like the first time that they're literally going to halt data releases during a government shutdown. Interesting. And again, just like I was saying last night, seems a little bit interesting to me. When the economic data is turning a little bad, they all of a sudden turn off the spigot, right? And they're like, just kidding, no more economic data, right? So remember, job data tomorrow, okay? But then not only that, inflation data coming out on October 15th. Again, same day as Medicare annual enrollment. By the way, government shutdown will not impact Medicare open enrollment whatsoever, okay? So again, if you're waiting for open enrollment or annual enrollment, I guess I should say, open enrollment is actually the beginning of the year. I apologize. I meant to say annual enrollment. Yes, they are two different things. Annual enrollment starts on October 15th. Anyway, if you're waiting for that, you can still call that day. They're going to have extended hours. They will certainly be there to help you. The government shutdown, if it's still happening, then will not have any impact whatsoever on your ability to change your Medicare plans, to get reviews, to get new Medicare Part D, Medicare Advantage, Medicare Supplement, or Medigap plans, whatever it happens to be. You can absolutely still do that during annual enrollment. And again, that starts October 15th. There you go, serving it to you on a silver platter right there. By the way, I wish I had a silver platter. Silver's getting pretty expensive these days. Have you seen the prices? Nuts. I wish I had a nice solid silver platter. That'd be awesome. It'd probably be worth a couple $100, but I don't. But anyway, okay, so that's the detail behind this. So yes, in the next couple of weeks here, which we could very easily still be in a government shutdown, literally in the next couple of weeks here. In fact, I would not be shocked. I'm kind of expecting to continue to be in a government shutdown probably through the middle of the month. So they literally don't need to release the job data and the inflation data in the middle of the month. I would not be shocked one bit. If we do not get the inflation data released on October 15th, as it's supposed to be from BLS, no Social Security announcement, okay? No COLA announcement. Not happening. It's not coming out because they can't. Without that data, they cannot calculate how much of a raise we're going to get. They have to get that last data point to use the calculation. We've got 2 data points. We have July and August inflation data. We need September's. That's the one we're waiting for. Okay, so do you kind of see what I'm saying here? I mean, seriously, I don't know. Again, I don't like to go down all these, make all these conspiracies and be like, oh, this is happening for this reason. It just seems very, very interesting what we're experiencing right now. As I explained in that wild rant that I went on for, I don't know, 20 minutes or whatever last night. Okay, so that's what that is. All right, so not only that, but remember this much. The inflation data that we're going to be getting on that day, not only do they use that to determine how much of a COLA raise we're going to be getting, but they also use that to determine all kinds of other aspects and other updates for Social Security and the beneficiaries in the new year. Like, for example, that day out of Social Security, we're probably going to get I guess I'd have to count all the different changes. We're probably going to get a dozen announcements out of Social Security literally that day. Okay. Most of them, not all of them, most of them are pegged to the inflation data. So we can't get anything out of Social Security without that. Does that make sense? Right? So there you go. Let's see what happens. It's a waiting game at this point. I'm going to tell you this much right now, based on what's happening, there's not much happening. We're probably going to be in this for the long haul. I'm just saying that. Okay. If you're looking for a government shutdown to be ended here in the next 1, 2, 3 days, don't hold your breath on that. Seriously, don't hold your breath on that. It's going to take quite a while. That's my guess anyway, based on what I've been reading, the research that I've done on this. It looks like they're kind of just digging in and they're literally going to grind this thing out on purpose, is what it's looking like as of now. And of course, the lawmakers, their job is to do what? Well, obviously to come together on an agreement, to compromise, to keep the government open. So anytime that you hear the lawmakers talk, they're going to make, bogus statements and things like, oh yeah, we really wish it were open right now. We really want to open it up. That's what they say, right? And again, you always got to say this, and I always like to point this out, which is don't listen to what people say, watch what they do. Watch what somebody's doing, observe, not what the mouth is a-flapping, right? So anyway, hope that helps you a little bit. I'm here for you in any way that I possibly can be. Again, make sure to stay tuned. I will be here for you right by your side every single day. This statement I have not said in quite a while, but I said it for years and years and years. I am your one and only daily advocate. I should come back and start saying that every day in my videos like I used to. For years, I said that. Things haven't changed. I just didn't, I say like a lot of other stuff in my videos. But my point being is that I will continue to be here for you every single day to advocate on your behalf in any way that I possibly can. I know it's a rough time. I know it's very confusing. And wait until we get this data dump out of Social Security whenever it happens, whenever we get that last inflation data point here. If it actually does come out in the middle of October, or if they delay it because we don't get it, my point is whenever we get that data dump out of Social Security, I'll be right here for you, going through it with a fine-tooth comb and answering your questions, breaking it all down in great detail, every last little aspect. I'll be here for you. We've got some busy days coming up, and I'm excited. I'm super excited for it because this is like the time of year that I'm super excited about, because there's just a lot going on, and I'm excited about it. I'm excited to share information with you and help out in any way that I possibly can. Remember, my dedication is to help you not only get your benefit, maximize your benefit, keep your benefit, but also take advantage of any other programs that are out there, any money available programs, whatever it happens to be. I want to do whatever I can to help you through this in any way, shape, or form. Hope this helps you. All right. Anyway, I'm going to text my wife, Corey, and so she can come in and help me out here. But anyway, stay tuned. Okay. This is going to be a touch and go type of situation here, literally daily for the next couple months, probably. Okay. I'm not saying we're going to be shut down for the next couple of months. I'm just saying it's going to be a touch and go situation for probably between now and the end of the year. It's going to be very, very interesting. Anyway, again, if you're on Medicare, remember, you can call them right now. Now that we're in October, you can start getting those reviews on the new plans for 2026, see where you're at, see what your best options are. And then annual enrollment opens up the 15th, and it's all hands on deck. It's going to get nuts. 70 million seniors are going to be calling that phone number. Get in line. Seriously, get to the front of the line. Anyway, hope that helps you out. Again, after you talk to them, drop a comment down below. Use the word chapter within your comment. That's the keyword I search for across the channel. And I'd love to give you a shout out and feature you in an upcoming video, just like the other hundreds of people that I've featured already. By the way, I just got another comment today. I don't remember his last name, Greg. Greg, sorry if you're watching. I saw him. He called them. He's saving $174 a month. $174 a month because he called and spent 10, 15, 20 minutes on the phone. Amazing. Congratulations, Greg. I'll give you a more formal shout out in a future video. But Greg, I saw your comment. That's awesome. Congratulations. All right. Anyway, Corey's here to help me out.